My name is Tran Nguyen, and I'm a freelance illustrator and gallery artist. My work is mostly, it's a bit of fantasy with a little bit of surrealism, and I work with acrylic and color pencil on paper. As far as commercial art goes, I do a lot of work for book covers and magazines, and I also do about a solo a year or so in the gallery scene. And a new venture of mine is being part of the street art scene. So I've done my second or third mural this previous month. So the first spectrum I saw was I was in college. I think it was my freshman year, and I was just browsing around Barnes and Nobles, and the cover caught my eye, and so I started browsing in it. Every painting in there was just beautiful and inspiring. And when I was in college, I didn't really have a style, so I kind of drew a lot of inspiration from all the artists that was in Spectrum. So it was a great source of inspiration and motivation to be as good as them, because I think it's good when you're in college to compare yourself, yes, to your peers, but also in school, but also to the professionals, because that's who you're going to be competing with when you graduate. But yeah, it was just such an amazing collection of work. So I just finished the judging all the pieces that were entered, and there's some really spectacular pieces in there. The hard thing about it is the pieces that are they're perfect, but there may be a few parts of it that I'm not quite sure, so I have to inspect them a bit more. But there's some pieces where I just immediately know, that piece has to be in there. So yeah, there's just such a great collection of paintings that people are entering. I've met a lot of my peers and friends that has become friends at Spectrum. I've met a lot of the artists that I looked up to. I met Eric Fortune at Spectrum, actually, and I remember I wrote my report in college on him. It was like a research paper on one of your favorite artists. So I met him there, so that was surreal. And then come to find out, he's such a down-to-earth, kind, easy to talk to guy. So it's having the chance to meet the artists I admired. Spectrum was definitely pivotal for that. When I got my first award, I don't think I was there the first year, wasn't I? Confused. Yes, that was actually my first Spectrum, and I was fortunate enough to receive an award. I remember, so I got there, the award show was on Saturday, and I got there Friday, and I remember I was just browsing. I didn't have a booth, so I was just browsing around, talking to all the artists. It's like, oh, it's so nice to meet you. And I remember everyone was like, oh, do you think you're gonna win? I was like, no, because I think I was going against Yuko Shimizu and a bunch of all of these other artists that I admired when I was in college. So so when they called my name, I think it was a slight panic attack with I think I was so shocked that everything just kind of blurred and slowed down, and I don't know how I got up the stairs to the stage, because I think I blanked out. But yeah, it was such an amazing experience. So I don't really know how to put it in words. It's just something that I hold dear to my heart. So.